Hi, my name is Paul Cresswell. Welcome to Paul's Tackle Reviews. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to give you some real life reviews from an unsponsored, unbiased angler who's had tackle out on the bank and can tell you all about it. But importantly, just because I'm talking about something and how I use it, it means it works for me. It may not work for you. Everybody's got their own preferences, how they like their own setups. So this will give you the information to help you make your mind up whether this piece of tackle is for you. Today we're looking at the Matrix Bait Brolly, and these are around £45 I think, and I've had this a year and I've maybe used it a dozen times during the past year. So I don't fish with a main brolly like many people do. I've got really good waterproofs, and the next video I'm going to be reviewing the waterproofs that I use. So I've got some Halcon Hunt, some Drennan, some MAP and some other stuff. So I sit in my waterproofs nice and dry, but I do need something to protect my bait to make sure it's in tip-top condition in rainy weather, or indeed in very hot weather as well. So here we've got what you get for your money, and there's a bag that I had to dig off the garage floor because I just don't use it. It's not how I'm going to carry stuff, but I keep putting it inside bags, inside other bags. You get an arm to use with the bait brolly, and at one end that's for attaching to your box. If you've got 25mm legs, you use a blue insert. It's a grey insert if you've got 30mm legs like me on my MAP H30 Lite, and without an insert it's good for 36mm legs, and it's got the standard matrix tightening mechanism, which I think is really good. The length of that, so from the middle of where your brolly would go to the middle of your leg is 55 centimeters, so you can work out whether that's going to work under a tray or how you'd like it to be. And you also get a 22mm insert in black, and that goes in that end. This is how it's designed to be used, and then that is the perfect measurement to put your bait brolly in, and that's how you would secure your bait brolly, again with the same tightening mechanism. This is the bait brolly itself, and I'll just put this up, and there's a little press kind of switch there, which I'll put a photo of so you can see, to lock it in position, and that's never moved in all the time I've been using it. And if we look at the size of the bait brolly, there to there is 83 centimeters, so it's 83 centimeters square. So you can use it in the standard position there with the arm, or you can undo it a little and then re-tighten, and then put that in the arm to give you some protection, and I'll give you some idea of the angle, but also useful if the wind's coming in a certain direction and you want to protect yourself in that way. And it also has a couple of little tags for you to put that and tie those tight, and of course I've cut them off, and I just put that in my rod hold all in the side pocket, and that's ready for me to use. So those of you that have seen my first video, the Matrix extending side tray, will know that I don't use the bait brolly using the arm that's provided. Here's the Matrix extending side tray. So on my box, that goes on my front leg, that goes on my rear leg. I'm facing that way, I'm right-handed, tray on my left, and I have one of the Preston support arms to give that really good stability while I'm using it. When I'm using this side tray, that's it, I have 75 centimeters across and 42 that way, and that means that my legs are approximately 73 centimeters from middle of leg to middle of leg. So that's my side tray setup. What I do is I take the 22mm insert, and because I only attach 2 brackets on the tray, I've then got 3 fixing points there. So depending where I might want the bait brolly, I will put it. Normally I'm putting the insert in the middle, and I'm putting the bait brolly up and then I'm putting it in there, and you'll see some white tape there that I've put on the arm of the bait brolly, and that white tape is realistically the lowest setting I can put the bait brolly and still, while I'm fishing, access things, load the feeder, etc. So that's the lowest, and that gives really good protection. So we've said that that's 83, the width of the brolly. My tray's 75, so I'm getting really good protection, and there's a small strip of this side of the tray that isn't protected, and I'll take a photo from above so you can see that. So you can see that I get an awful lot of protection there. Not everything needs protecting from the rain. You don't need casters and corn in water protecting, so you can rejig things and move things to make sure everything's protected from the rain. Normally when I'm using this, I will tend to have around 4 or 5 inches of that white tape above the locking mechanism. That gives really good protection, and it gives really good access as well. And if I'm sat fishing that way and I'm fishing the feeder, I can still bring the rod over the top of the bait brolly so it doesn't get in the way. Now, I used to have, I've still got, and I've dug it out the back of my garage, a Maver bait brolly that I bought probably 10 years ago, and that's it, and that's 105 centimeters square, and I actually think it is a little bit big for a bait brolly. It's starting to get in the way. The other thing as well, the main arm unscrews and you can put that into the top there, but even when you've got that tightened up fully and it's locked at the bottom, it can still turn. So you find you get a good gust of wind and it's not where you want it to be. So this will stay in my garage. I won't be using it anymore. I think the Matrix is a real step up in terms of design, and I think the stitching and the actual quality of the material on the Matrix is better, and the water kind of beads and runs off. It's a really well designed piece of kit. that's it for this review today. I've done 4 videos so far. I've done the Matrix extending side tray, I've done my landing net handles, I've done the Guru top kit case, and my last video was the Mosella Trolley Bag. All of those items I've owned and used for over a year, so I can give you real life reviews. The Matrix extending side trays had well over 400 views now. So if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It kind of spurs me on a little bit. There will be more videos coming, so if you hit subscribe, then you'll get automatically notified about those. My next one, as I said, will be fishing waterproofs that I use, and the one after that will be the Preston ICM and ICS system, and which parts I use and how I use it. Thanks very much for watching. Tight lines.